All right. I had to drink my tea to spill some tea that I don't have. All right, everybody, welcome to Higa's Playbook, the show that talks about sports, dating, and all things life as a Seattle girl living in the Bay. Today, we're going to talk about Week 12, the Seattle Seahawks versus San Francisco 49ers. That's pretty much how I feel about this game. The Seahawks lost 13-31. I'll just paint the picture of how I was watching the game real quick. So I stayed in the Bay. I stayed back for Thanksgiving. The game was happening in Seattle. I went over to my friend Clarence's house. Huge Niners fans. Talk shit a lot to each other. He's a hardcore fan. Definitely one of those fans where he loves to watch games by himself, doesn't really like to watch them with other people. And I totally get it. Doesn't really like to go to bars. I'm not like a huge bar game watcher person myself, but I think being not at home in Seattle is a little bit different. So I was at Clarence's house. It was just hard to watch. Like, I'm just going to say this. It was just hard to watch. And not because, Clarence is definitely not the type of fan to talk shit to me, rub it in my face. He's just not a dirty fan like a lot of y'all Niner fans are. But it was just hard to watch as a Seahawks fan because everything was going wrong. Or is it because we just weren't doing it right? I don't know. It was just a hard game to watch. And there were a couple good things that happened, but it was just a couple good things. Let's just get into it, shall we? Let's just get into it. I think going into this game, I had a lot of faith, and I'm always going to have a lot of faith for the Seahawks, but the Niners are a damn good team, both offensively and defensively. They're just a really good team, and they perform. And KJ said it right. KJ said it right. He said that they know their identity. Ever since Brock Purdy stepped into the role of being quarterback, they knew their identity, and they just performed really well. And because they know their identity, they just show up on the field, and they perform. And they get the job done, and they're so good at it. And I hate saying that as a Seahawks fan because living in the Bay and just hearing the beef all the time. Yeah, the Niners are just a really good team. Okay, offensively for the Seahawks, I think we're just repeating the same shit every single week and it's not working. I don't understand why we're doing the same thing and not switching it up even just a little bit. We don't need to switch up our entire offense, right? I know we didn't have Kenneth Walker. We didn't have him, which was huge. But even if we did have him, was the outcome going to be different? Who knows? But I don't know. Our OC needs to figure it out. Shane, you need to figure it out. Our targets are always DK. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. Sometimes I feel like DK doesn't have the heart to win like some of our others. I mean, it's only your second or third year, but I feel like he doesn't lay out for these balls. I don't feel like I don't know. There's just something about it when I watch him sometimes and I'm like, I know you want to win, but do you really want to win? I don't know. Our running game wasn't there. When I go over numbers, you're going to see that. And again, our leading scorer for the third game in a row was our kicker. And when you're a football team, you have to score touchdowns. You can't just score field goals. So shout out to Myers for always scoring us points. But yeah, our offense, we're just repeating a lot of the same shit and it's just not working. We're trying to pass it to DK. I don't really feel like Lockett got in the mix a lot. JSN had one really good one-hander catch that it was great. He's a rookie, so I feel like maybe he needs a little bit more targets. I don't know what's working. I don't know what's going on, but KJ and G did say that these deep ball passes to DK has been in the offensive scheme since training camp. So I'm just the kind of person that's like, if it's not working, what do we need to do to fix it? And I don't feel like we're trying anything to fix it. I mean, maybe we are and I just don't see it, but I just feel like we're repeating the same thing and it's getting us the same results, which is nothing, 0 touchdowns. Defensively, a lot of missed tackles. I felt like we were a little like 2 steps behind everything. Christian McCaffrey was running up the middle the entire time. They weren't even hitting him. I know he's really pretty, but hit the boy. Come on, you guys. Hit him. KJ also did mention one thing too. He's like, I just need to see y'all put your helmets in their thighs. Like, I think there was a lot of missed tackles. I don't know if we're just trying to bounce off of people. I just did not see anybody hitting each other like they should. Y'all are way better than that. Y'all are better than that. And 2 steps behind, a lot of second guessing. It was just really hard to watch. It was just super hard to watch. Let's go over some numbers. All right. So total yards, we had 220 yards. Passing yards were 132. Our rushing yards were 88. 88 yards. First downs, we only had 14. We allowed 6 sacks, 1 interception, and our time of possession was just under 25 minutes. Our offense needs to figure it out. Our defense needs to not let that many points get on the board too. And I think one thing for me, which made me nervous, is like every single time they got into the red zone, like they were going to score. Like, I knew that our defense wasn't going to be able to stop it because it's been a trend and they haven't been able to stop it. Bobby had a lot of good tackles. Bobby had a lot of good plays. Also, too, they were praising one of our linemen. As we were watching the game, we were talking about having one of the oldest offensive linemen on our team who's 41 years old. I feel like the Seahawks have a trend of picking up players who are past their prime and paying them a lot of money. I don't know how much they paid him, but why are we doing that? Like, we got Jimmy Graham. What did he do for us? Sorry, Jimmy. Not a lot. I think we had Adrian Peterson for a second. What did he do for us? Not a lot. So we're getting all these older guys that are past their prime. Why can't we find younger guys and coach them up and build our team? I just feel like the Seahawks have a trend of doing that, and we need to, I don't know. I don't think it's helped us. It hasn't helped us at all. It's funny because I feel like we haven't found our rhythm even since the first game. Yes, we've had a lot of great wins, but have we found our rhythm and have we been consistent with that? No. Do we have the right talent? I think we do. I think we have the right talent. I just feel like there's been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of miscoaching, and it almost takes me back to my high school basketball days. I was a sophomore. We had a great junior team, and then we had one of the top seniors in our district / state. Did we have the best coach? No. Should we have made it to state? Yes. So it's almost kind of reminded me of that situation. It's like we have the talent, but we're not really understanding or working together or communicating the way that we should to create this team that we know that we have. So I think that's what's been frustrating with the fans. Was Gino hurt? I don't know. I know I'm just kind of going all over the place right now with my chat, but this is kind of like where my mind is at. Gino got hurt the previous game in LA. Yes. He came in the very last drive, did really well, but we ended up losing the game. Gino came out yesterday. People are saying maybe he wasn't totally healthy. But at the same time, it's like if you're going to go out there, and G and KJ talked about this too, and they had a disagreement, and Gio was saying that he would rather have his backup go in than have his quarterback be at 70%. Then I texted G and I was like, I disagree with you because having Gino as our backup to Russell was a different feeling than having Drew Lock as our backup to Gino. When Drew Lock came in the last game, it was very nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my God, I felt like he was very frantic. He didn't know what to do with the ball. He was just kind of throwing it out of nowhere and just throwing it to maybe whoever he thought was open. But I seen Patrick Mahomes go out there with like a messed up ankle and he was still killing it. So I think as an athlete, you go out there and you want to perform for your team and you're going to do whatever it takes to just be out there to be with your team and lead your team. So I don't know if injury is something that we should even be talking about right now. But yeah, I don't know. It was a very hard game to watch, not only because it was against the Niners. And yeah, that's just one of those rivalry games that we want to win and we want to perform well and want it to be a close game. And it wasn't even a close game. They were running all over us. Their defense was, I don't even know. Fred Warner, all those guys, they were just after it. And Brock Purdy just did his thing one more time. And I hate saying this, but the Niners are looking really, really good. All right, the best pregame outfit award. I'm going to, again, I was scrolling through the Instagram. Bobby, you looked great in your Gucci suit. I love a good suit. But this one caught my eye, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Keaton at Nordstrom. He's a stylist, personal stylist, Mr. Fashion Guru himself. He helped style Trey Brown, and he's wearing an Issey Miyake set. This set is so fly. Like, I would wear it myself, but it just looks so good. It was super clean. If you know Issey Miyake, he has just so good. So shout out to Keaton, shout out to Trey. Keaton, I can't wait to see who else you style for the season because I know you be styling them. All right, everybody. So the next few weeks, I don't even know if I want to talk about our schedule for the next few weeks. Like, my palms are sweaty. This is how I'm feeling about talking about this. So next we're going into Dallas. Week 13, we're going into Dallas to play Dak and the Cowboys. I must say, we have to win this game. It's like, yes, we're still in contention for the wild card. Yes, we're still number 2, but our schedule for the next few weeks is insane. We have the Cowboys at home, which we must win. Dak is looking so good. The Cowboys are looking, which I was watching the game yesterday and they were running up that score. I saw them go for a 2-point conversion and I'm like, why are they even doing this? But I don't know. Maybe it's good practice for them. But anyways, we have Dak and the Cowboys, and then we have the Niners again, which whoever made the schedule, we need to talk. And then we have the Eagles at home. And then we have the Titans, Steelers, and Cardinals. So the next few weeks are crucial. We need to win, especially next week. We need to win. The Cowboys haven't lost a home game in I don't know how many games, but this might be it. The Seahawks have a little bit of time before their next game, so hopefully they're resting, they're recovering, they're watching film, and they're figuring out what we need to do for the next game because this is crucial. We need to win. We need to win. Shane, let's figure out something a little bit different. Let's add a little bit to this repertoire for our offense. We need something. We need to change. We need something a little bit different. You know, we can't be just bombing these balls to DK, especially if he's not going to catch them. You know, yes, some of the passes were a little bit behind. Maybe they're a little bit short, but we need to figure something out. All right, y'all. Anyways, I didn't watch any other games because I was really upset. But I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I enjoyed my meal. I took a Happy Cow. If you are lactose intolerant, I am no way sponsored by them, but I fully support their product. If you're lactose intolerant or you have some sort of dairy issues, you know, your stomach gets the bubbles, you have an immediate stomach ache, or you just need to go to the toilet, I totally recommend Happy Cow. There are these quick digesting chocolates. It's a chocolate. It's not like Lactaid. It's not like a pill. It's a chocolate. And you could eat whatever you want. And that's what I took before I ate, and I was fine. So those saved my life so I can enjoy meals, especially on Thanksgiving and around the holidays, because I love my mac and cheese. I love my cookies. I love my cakes. All right. Happy Cow. Get some. All right, Seahawks, we need to score touchdowns. Myers, keep doing your thing. MVP right now is Myers. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm getting some very harsh comments from some of y'all, but that's okay. That's why we're here. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this next few days off, and I'll catch y'all later. Love ya. Bye.